The 2017 Lincoln Navigator ranks 7 out of 8 luxury large SUVs. If you're looking to buy a large luxury SUV with 3 rows of seats, the 2017 Lincoln Navigator is your cheapest way to get there. It also leads the class in both towing capacity and cargo space. However, you can find swankier interiors in most rivals, and the Navigator has a sparse list of driver assistance features. The 2017 Lincoln Navigator ranking is based on its score within the luxury large SUVs category. Currently the Lincoln Navigator has a score of 7.8 out of 10, which is based on our evaluation of 98 pieces of research and data elements using various sources. If you're looking to buy a large luxury SUV with 3 rows of seats, the 2017 Lincoln Navigator is your cheapest way to get there. It also leads the class in both towing capacity and cargo space. However, you can find swankier interiors in most rivals, and the Navigator has a sparse list of driver assistance features. Is the Lincoln Navigator a good SUV? When it comes to executing workhorse duties like towing a heavy boat or toting heaps of people and things, the Lincoln Navigator is a champ. You can load it to the brim, and its turbo V6 engine charges forward without hesitation and without sucking down as much fuel as some luxury large SUVs. The Navigator is one of the few SUVs with a third row that even adults will find welcoming. When you factor in its low starting price, the Navigator adds up to a pretty good value. Its formula starts to fall apart when you delve into interior quality and available technology. These are the areas where the Navigator's dated design catches up with it the most. The bulk of its rivals feel more luxurious inside and come with brilliant high-tech features, overshadowing the Navigator's first-rate capabilities. Should I buy the Lincoln Navigator? If you want a luxury-grade SUV that can haul gobs of people and stuff, and you want to keep your purchase price under $65,000, the Lincoln Navigator may be a good fit for you. It comes with 3 rows of comfortable, leather-covered seats, and there's even enough legroom in the second and third rows for adults to enjoy riding in the back. An aging platform is wearing on this SUV, though. 2017 marks the 10th model year for this generation, which, with the exception of some updates in 2015, has remained mostly unchanged since its 2007 launch. The infotainment system is one of the recent upgrades that boosts the Navigator's interior appeal, but working against its gains are low-rent materials still lurking throughout the cabin. As it stagnates, competitors keep improving, leaving the dated Navigator behind and near the bottom of our rankings. You'll spend extra dough, but you may end up more satisfied with an SUV like the Mercedes-Benz GLS instead. The Cadillac Escalade is also a worthy contender, offering a competitive amount of cargo room and towing abilities. If you are a Lincoln loyalist, you could also choose to wait. The redesigned Navigator is expected for the 2018 model year. We did the research for you. 98 pieces of data analyzed. We put together everything you need to know in our extensive Lincoln Navigator review. The Navigator versus Navigator L. Which is better? How much stuff can you haul with a Navigator? What kind of gas mileage should you expect? Our review answers all these questions and more. Altogether, we've combined 98 pieces of information to rank and review this large luxury SUV. The Navigator was last fully redesigned for the 2007 model year. While it underwent a significant powertrain update for 2015, it is otherwise largely unchanged. As a result, this overview includes applicable data and reviews from the 2007 through 2017 model years. Why you can't trust us. U.S. News & World Report has been in business for 84 years. Our mission is to help people make important financial decisions, like finding the best college, the best job, and the best place to live. Our automotive team has been helping shoppers find the best car, truck, or SUV for nearly a decade, tapping into a combined 75 years of automotive experience to give you expert advice. To make sure our recommendations remain unbiased, we don't accept expensive gifts or trips from car companies, and all advertising on our site is handled by a third party. How much does the Lincoln Navigator cost? With a starting price of $63,515, the 2017 Lincoln Navigator is the cheapest luxury large SUV on the market. The base trim of the Mercedes-Benz GLs, in comparison, is about $67,000, and the Cadillac Escalade will set you back around $73,000 to start. The Navigator Select, the base trim, comes outfitted with almost every comfort and technology feature that's available for this SUV. The top-line trim, the Navigator Reserve, has a starting price of $71,580 and gains a few delights like active suspension and upgraded leather. These prices are for the standard length Navigator with two-wheel drive. Upgrading to all-wheel drive adds about $3,000 to the price, and you can order either trim in the extra long L-body style for an additional $200 to $390. Lincoln Navigator versus the competition. Which is better, Lincoln Navigator or Ford Expedition? There are currently two large SUVs available from Ford Motor Company, the Ford Expedition and the Lincoln Navigator. Though they share many familial qualities, including the same crash test results and similar components, they are not identical twins. Of the two, the Navigator historically has been much more reliable. The Expedition, however, is the better value. About $64,000 buys you the Expedition Platinum, which comes similarly equipped as the Navigator Reserve, upgraded leather upholstery, power running boards, active suspension, and the same Sync 3 infotainment system are all included. You'll get the full luxury treatment with the Expedition, and save almost $7,500 at the same time. Which is better, Lincoln Navigator or Cadillac Escalade? Adventurers with a full crew will find a more enjoyable cruise inside the Cadillac Escalade. It ranks near the top of the class for towing capacity and cargo room. If you need even more space to haul your gear, an extra long version is available, extending the SUV by just over 20 inches. Where the Navigator has a modern twin-turbocharged V6 engine, the Escalade remains delightfully old school, with a standard V8 engine that delivers ample muscle. The Escalade offers more in the way of driver assistance features than the Navigator, including adaptive cruise control. Which is better, Lincoln Navigator or Mercedes-Benz GLs? The Mercedes-Benz GLs is one of the few large luxury SUVs with 3 rows of seats and a sticker price under $70,000. Retail pricing starts at $68,700, which grants you all-wheel drive, high-grade materials like Mercedes synthetic leather upholstery and eucalyptus wood trim, and a robust twin-turbo V6 engine. If you have the extra coin, the GLs is a better buy than the Escalade. Driving enthusiasts will appreciate its maneuverability and standard dynamic select, which tempers throttle response, shifting, and suspension to settings like comfort, sport, and slippery. Passengers will find the GL's smooth ride and supple seats enjoyable. As a bonus, you'll get far more standard safety features with the GLs than you will with the Navigator, including standouts like automatic emergency braking and a drowsiness monitor. Navigator interior. How many people does the Navigator seat? The Lincoln Navigator comes with room for 7 people. You also have the option to increase total seating capacity to 8 by swapping out the second row bucket seats for a bench seat that features heat on the outboard seats only and a 40/20/40 split. Most 3-row SUVs have enough room for adults in the first and second rows but require taller travelers to bend, crouch, and contort if they want to squeeze into the third row. This is where the 2017 Navigator outclasses its competition. It offers an unheard of 37.7 inches of legroom in the third row, with extra headroom and available power folding running boards that ease your entry and exit. Travelers still get the best treatment in the first 2 rows, though, thanks to the standard inclusion of heated and cooled front seats and heated second row seats. Navigator and car seats. The 2017 Navigator comes standard with bucket seats in the second row, each with a lower and upper anchor for installing child safety seats. Swapping out the second row bucket seats for a bench seat adds another upper and lower latch anchor to the second row. A third tethered anchor is mounted in the middle third row seat. The Navigator's latch hardware is a bit tricky to find, and its tethered anchors can be confused with other hooks in the back. Navigator interior quality. The 2017 Navigator struggles to present an interior that feels consistent in quality and opulence. For example, the leather upholstery and seat structures are exactly what you'd expect to find in a luxury vehicle, with the right amount of padding for all-day comfort and plenty of adjustments to set the perfect position. You'll find other high-grade items inside as well, such as Lincoln's infotainment interface, which effortlessly integrates with many of your favorite smartphone apps. But hard plastics in the center stack, issues with build quality though mostly minor, and a lack of available driver assistance features distract from the Navigator's otherwise first-rate interior. Not everyone shares these concerns, though. Deciding if the Navigator feels cheap inside, or if it is, in fact, a worthy alternative to more expensive rivals like the Cadillac Escalade, will mostly depend on your personal preferences. Navigator cargo space. When evaluating an SUV's cargo space, there are 2 key measurements to take into account: the amount of room available when every seat is filled and the amount it expands to when you start folding seats down. With the 2017 Navigator, it doesn't matter which dimension you are looking at, it always comes out ahead of the competition. Behind the third row, there are 18.1 cubic feet of cargo space, which is more than what you'll get with a Mercedes GL's 16 cubic feet or Infiniti QX80 16.6 cubic feet. The Navigator has a total cargo capacity of 103.3 cubic feet when you lay both rows of rear seats down, which also trounces the 94.2 cubic foot capacity inside the Cadillac Escalade. If you need even more room, opt for the longer Navigator L, which offers 42.6 cubic feet behind the third row and a total cargo capacity of 128.2 cubic feet. Adding to the Navigator's user-friendliness are standard features like the powered folding third row bench seat, the powered lift gate, and a flat cargo floor that's formed after the seats are folded. Navigator infotainment, Bluetooth, and navigation. Luxury brands often boast overcomplicated infotainment systems that can be vexing to use. Alongside these, the 2017 Navigator's is a breath of fresh air. Its Sync 3 interface is a favorite among auto critics. The system is responsive and straightforward. The 8-inch touchscreen lets you use familiar gestures like pinching and swiping, and includes 2 USB ports, navigation, Bluetooth, satellite radio, and HD radio. You can link your phone using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, giving you on-screen access to your favorite smartphone apps and functions. The Navigator also comes with a 110-volt household-style outlet, which is an invaluable feature when you need to recharge a laptop computer or power other electronics on the go.